Hey, welcome to Straight Conversation. Coming at you with a quick moment about the Kim Potter trial, the Kim Potter verdict. It's very interesting because I was 50-50 on this. I mean, clearly she killed someone that should go to jail, but clearly also it was an accident, and I wanted the verdict to be what it is because we have to start, I mean, we have to start taking a stance about police officers killing people. And this is just another case of police officer killing a person that didn't have to be killed. It's not like she was stopping a felony murderer, you know. And we have to understand that if he gets away, they can always catch up with him. He hit his mom's car. He's going back to the house. There's no like immediate danger. I mean, it all started because he had a air freshener in the windshield, and now we have somebody dead, a kid dead. And like it's just crazy that these type of incidents lead to death. Like yeah, people are gonna argue that hey, he was trying to get away, but that shouldn't result in death. Police have to have more restraint, more control. We put more trust in the police that they're gonna be able to control situations like this. I mean, there's five cops, can't arrest the kid, and then he gets away. He didn't even get away yet, and she shot him. Didn't go see if he was okay. And like three other cops are standing around there making sure she's okay, while he dies after crashing into where maybe it was a tree or something, but crashed down the road. But I mean, it's unnecessary that people die in this type of manner. At the hands of police. We don't really see these type of police killings in other countries. Maybe because a lot of other countries' police don't carry guns like this. But I mean, but the thing is, one thing that does confuse me about the verdict is I never understand is that she was charged. She killed Dante Wright. We all agree with that. But she was charged with two counts of murder, two different forms of murder, and found guilty on two different forms of murder. I don't understand how you can be found guilty on two different counts of murder. That baffles me because it's one dead body. So that's kind of weird that she was charged with first and second degree. I don't know how our criminal justice systems figure that out. You would think that she'd just be charged with one or the other, which I thought it was going to be, but apparently you can be charged with two different forms of murder. So this, I was kind of set up to be 50-50. Like, if she would have been found not guilty, I'd have understood because I do think it's an accident. But again, I think I'm glad the verdict is what it is. I don't understand the hero. Like, afterwards, I was listening to the Attorney General of Minnesota, of Keith Ellison, and he was like, talking about how great Dante could have been. And I don't understand how afterwards, we kind of martyred people. I mean, let's face it. I mean, he was on probation. He was on, I don't know if he was on probation, but he had a assault with a deadly weapon crime, and he also was running from the police. So I can't get carried away and like, making him out to be a hero, but he shouldn't have died because of that. So this is just really, really interesting because also I kind of used this analogy yesterday. If it was a doctor and the doctor was operating on somebody and accidentally killed, and the person accidentally died, he wouldn't have been up for murder. Police is one of the only professions where somebody can accidentally die on the job, and you can be charged with murder because I think people accidentally die on jobs all the time, and the person that did it is not up for murder. But not again. I agree with the verdict. I am glad the verdict came out the way it is because it's about time that we have to send a message to police officers that the way that you are policing, is not working. It's not working for majority of the people. People are just sick and tired of having to justify why police are killing people. She made a terrible mistake and will pay the price, and rightfully so. Also, this verdict saves a lot of rioting that would have surely happened if it went the other way, in my opinion. The Yeah, and that's very possible, Brandon, that people could have rioted, but the court, like outside the courtroom, was pretty empty. I mean, a lot of the people. I don't think people would set up the protest. Maybe wait until nightfall. Maybe it was cold. Maybe it was the holidays. But jury, I hope the jury is not taking into account whether people are going to riot or not. So that would be a very interesting I mean, I don't think the juries are taking those into account because, I mean, I don't even know if this is an indication of how juries are going to go in certain directions. Maybe in Minnesota, this is the new way police officers are going to be held accountable, but they got to be held accountable. You can't accidentally kill people on a job. You can't mistake a gun for a taser. We can't do that in real life outside of the police. And saves right in it, okay? I don't know that it saves right in it either, but it is interesting. But we can't this like we have to start holding police accountable, and I think this goes a long way toward holding police accountable. You can't mistake guns for tasers. People are tired of hearing the accidents. You know, like I accidentally did this. I feared for my life. I was worried about like now with video cameras, now with social media, now police are going to be held accountable. If that people are going to say that more police officers are going to quit, then so be it, because we have to have accountable police. The other way is that people in disenfranchised communities continue to fear the police, and that's not right either. So we have to have, police have to be held accountable, and this goes a long way to holding them accountable. I did find interesting that a lawyer. How did she or confuse the two? And she never pulled a taser or a gun out in 26 years, which is why at this point you decide that now is the time to pull out your taser or gun. I mean, let the kid flee. You can always arrest people later. He's not, I mean, what is he going to do? But, I do find this to be a very interesting case, and I agree with the verdict, and I think, again, now it's time to start holding police accountable, but I don't know if there's going to be any indication of how people are going to start finding verdicts in the future. But I do think all the trials, all the high profile trials that we have had so far, it does appear that the jury are taking the charges serious, and they are deliberating, and they are coming back with what they believe to be honest, community felt opinions. That they, so it's been a lot of high profile cases like this in the news. And, I think people are just saying enough is enough. And I agree, it's time, and hopefully police officers everywhere, before you pull out your gun, before you pull out your taser, before you put somebody in a chokehold, before you grab somebody, that now you're going to be like, hey, is this really necessary? And, if bad cops keep quitting, I'm cool with that. If good cops keep quitting, it's unfortunate, but we have to hold bad cops accountable. And will we even be in this situation if good cops held bad cops accountable? We wouldn't even be in this situation where this has to be like all eyes on cases like this. And with that, I said I was going to keep it short. Straight for paying attention. Thanks for paying attention to Straight Conversation. And I'm your host, Jesse, and I'm out. Thanks.